on, everybody? Sorry for the delay, but here we are finally again, downtown San Francisco. Let me show you guys where I'm at right now. Boom. So that's the Powell Street station. This is the cable car turnaround, and you know what, let me go take a look, see if old Urban Picasso's where he normally is. It's right over this way. So here we are. Let me know when you guys are here, because I'm not seeing any comments right now. Oh, there we go. What's up, Lee? How's the wife doing? So basically, oh, it looks a little bit slanted. Hold on. Oh no, uh-oh, danger will walk. Okay, there we go. So how's she doing? She's doing well. So wait, hold on 1 second. I see old Robert. Robert, you want some chocolate?
Did you help me out with the train?
Yeah, I'll give you some chocolate. Hold on, let me get it.
You're playing spur train 6 times. So I want spur train.
Here you go, buddy.
You're playing spur train.
Sorry. So let's see. What was I saying? Oh, so she had yeah, just basically an infected area on her finger, and like, you know, it was like pustulating, you know, and so I found out that she had that for like a month, and she never told me about it. But yeah, I was cleaning it. I dressed it with like some Polysport, you know, some antimicrobial cream, and fortunately too, then it shrank right away. So by the time she got to the doctor, it was much smaller, and he said just do what you're doing. So it's all good now. But yeah, I was afraid that it was a staph infection, and I was doing all kinds of research on to what to do, you know, because you know, with something like a staph infection, you got to be super aggressive, and you know, they use powerful antibiotics, and those antibiotics are dangerous when you're pregnant. You know, they can cause your child to be deaf, or you know, other kinds of things like that. So anyhow, it's all good in the hood. Meanwhile, what's up, Rizze? What's up, Julietta? Cat RN? Break Through the Loop. Have you ever been recognized on the street? Yes, I have. You must be new, Break Through the Loop. That's great, because it can be dangerous if you're pregnant. Yes, I know. Ringo, what's going on? Okay, so I'm right where Urban Picasso normally hawks his wares, so I guess he's not here. Where should I go? Let me know where I should go, and I will go there. Should I go to the old usual spots? Go see how old Corey Curtis is doing? How are you? I'm good. How are you, Steven? What's the deal with Carlita? Oh, you mean Carlos? I just had a few. Oh, I was gonna switch to this guy. Just ran a red light. Almost hit somebody. Carlos. Well, I've only gotten a couple emails. You know, I got the email I talked about last time, and then he, you know, I called him again, and he didn't answer the call. But I got another email that said that basically, oh, cop's not coming down. It basically said, yeah, sorry to make you worry, congratulations on the stream. And I again sent him another message, just like, you know, tell him to stay strong and all that other stuff, you know, but haven't really been able to contact him. Bad connection. I think it's all good on my end, from what I see. The car must have been an automated Uber. No, that was a Proper taxi. The old usual. Okay. All right. Let's go see how old Corey Curtis is doing. Anyhow, I would be interested in seeing Louis again. Smooth video here. Okay, yeah, should be good downtown. You know, even I was thinking maybe one of these days, if I don't use up all the data on my plan, to do like a really high resolution, high quality stream just to max it out. Just a congrats. Need to stop hiding and get on the leash. Well, come on, buddy. Just a congrats. Who? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I want to talk to him. But that's not what he wants, you know? Can people walking by you tell that you are video recording? Yeah, I got a, here, let's see if I can get it on there. Obviously I can't show you the whole thing because it's carrying the phone. But yeah, it's pretty obvious. You know, I'm gonna go through the Tenderloin while the sun still shines. It is relatively safe. So it is what it is. Yeah. All 7 foot of him, you can see him from a mile away. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm walking here, talking into my phone. It's held on an extendable gimbal, you know. Excuse me. Oh, okay. It's the light change. Do you worry at all about people trying to snatch the phone? Yeah, you know, that's a concern. Obviously, I got a lot of awareness. You know, I had somebody try to snatch my phone before. But by the time they've grabbed your phone, you've already failed several times at taking the proper precautions to prevent that kind of thing, you know? So, you know, I'm always looking out of the corner of my eye. I mean, it helps that I'm a big ass person. Yeah. So I'm always expecting it. I'm always prepared for it. And yeah, that is a real possibility. You know, I actually did a citizen's arrest on somebody who tried to steal somebody's phone right around here. And yeah, you see that kind of stuff all the time, especially on the BART trains. At least got long legs to run after. Well, I got long arms to grab them, honestly. And yeah, as soon as they grab for my phone, I'm grabbing for them. Unless they have a gun, then I'll say, okay, thank you very much, goodbye. Do you ever think about killing the homeless and putting them out of their misery? No. I think more that we don't do enough to try to rehabilitate them, you know? Like I said, I myself used to be homeless. Half of the people in the foster care system will become homeless. So, you know, a lot of, I think something like a quarter of the homeless people out on the street have mental illness. So it's not like they decided to be homeless. And, you know, obviously not everybody who is homeless is homeless by choice. I never wanted to be homeless. I never, it was kind of a circumstance. After I turned 18, I was dropped off outside of a homeless shelter. So, you know, I would have sucked to have been rubbed out just, you know, for being a product of the foster care system. Hey, what's up, Blake? Blank, you were gone the last stream. I was reaching out for you. I was trying to find your friend. I was over inside the in the Haight Ashbury. You know, I was over in the Haight looking for I was trying to ask people if they seen people, and I forgot the name. I think of Constantine, and I just couldn't get it. I kept thinking, I kept calling out for you, but you weren't there. Sometimes something as simple as a restraining order can make people homeless. But yeah, what's going on? You guys want to be on here? No? Oh, I'm just streaming. Yeah. What you guys up? Ever accidentally walk into poles? No, not while I'm streaming. I hope your wife is all right. It's all good. It's all good. I've been helping her take care of it, and it's no problem. Okay, so we got to the old Corey Curtis spot, but he's not here. Hold on. I just want to point something out. So, I don't know if you guys can see that little orange spot right there. Right there, that's the cap of a heroin needle that I guess they shoved under the door right here. Anyhow, off we go. So, while the sun is still out, I'm gonna be in the Tenderloin. I'm sorry, I was working, couldn't watch the stream. It's okay, I was talking to, again, Krusties. So, I don't know if they know him or not. Gracious, yeah. So, off we go. But yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be getting people coming in the stream, just continually asking about my wife, but just to let everybody know, yes, she is 100% completely okay, no problem. Fortunately, because it would be a shame for something to happen, like, you know, this close to the end. Yeah, buddy. I really don't know which area you'd be in, but I did finally get in touch with Constantine finally. Thank you so much for helping me though. Oh no problem. I wish I could have been more help. But last stream I was able to get somebody back in contact with somebody that helped them out when they were homeless. What did I miss? Did your wife give birth? No, that's not the case. She just had like a little infection in her finger. Hold on. Looks like the police here. Maybe the police, or is that security? Oh. I guess he's asleep. I'll go back and watch that stream after this. Kathy McLean, hello. But yeah, during that stream, somebody ate a flower because they thought it was laced with drugs. Okay, hold on. You want a chocolate, buddy? There you go. Wow, look at this. This is San Francisco for you. Yep. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet here at times. Gotta watch out.
Sunday.
Anyhow, so sad. Yeah, and this is Turk Street. This is the street I used to live on. Okay, hold on 1 second. I want to show something to you guys.
Can you not film me, please? Hey, can you erase that, dude?
All right, I'll erase it.
Erase it, erase it, please. Erase it.
All right.
Erase it.
There,
Erase
all
it.
right.
I want to see you erase it.
It's all right. It's all gone. It's all
Okay,
gone.
next time, just ask me, dude.
Okay. Do you want some chocolate, buddy?
Bro, just ask me. Hey, can I film you for a quick second?
Okay.
Because no, I'm just saying because.
Do you want some?
No, I don't want no chocolate. Oh, chocolate. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Fuck you too. I'm just saying. Just
All right.
don't. Hey, I want to see you erase that, dude. Or else what? Or else I'm. Hold on, man. Hold on.
All right. Time to get out of here. Oh, sorry. All right. So. Anyhow, time to get out of the Tenderloin. Well, he says he's coming. We shall see. Well, I am watching my back. Anyhow, yeah, I guess it never is a good time to be over in the Tenderloin. I wish I was there with you. Maybe not, buddy. Oops. Maybe not this time. I think it just overall is a bad idea to be in the Tenderloin.
Yeah.
Let me run across the street here. All right. No, you're right. There isn't a safe time to be there. Yeah. What's going on? No, I got some chocolate. You want some chocolate? Okay. Sorry. Yep. So they will do drugs out in public, but don't want that film. Yeah. I was kind of zooming in, trying to show the heroin needle there. And, yeah. You need a taser. Well, I got some mace. You need a pit bull. Yeah, I don't know. Bad stuff could happen to an animal too. Excuse me. Yeah, but that guy's doing crack right there. Right there on that corner behind me. He was smoking from a crack pipe. I seen that hypodermic. Yeah, that was the point. So maybe anyhow, what's going on? There we go. Danger in the Tenderloin Part 2. Yeah. Does your wife watch you when you're alive? She used to, but I think right now she's eating dinner with the little one. Back on Market Street. Did you get your adrenaline pumping and your heart racing? That was intense. Well, yeah, I certainly wasn't at ease. Yeah, I always feel like that in the Tenderloin. Yeah, the Tenderloin is one of those places where it's a lot more dangerous if you stick out over there. Never felt more dangerous than when I have done these streams. When I was doing when I actually lived there, it wasn't that dangerous, or at least it didn't feel that dangerous. So I'm just gonna keep walking away from that point. I think we're gonna go down to the Embarcadero, and who knows? Hopefully yelled at by somebody over there. I don't miss that part of those days yet. I never understood how public people are with their drugs these days. When I was out there, you hid in an alley or parking lot out of sight to do your ass. Yeah. You need a hidden camera there. Well, I was before walking around with a chest-mounted camera, but it's complicated. It would be hard to do, especially in a live stream. Hi Lee, how's your wife doing? She's good. It's all good. There's no problem. She saw the doctor. What I had done in the meantime was I was cleaning and dressing her wound, and you know, using some antibiotic ointment, and it's no problem. It shrank down considerably to where it's like almost nothing now. Yeah. No wonder Carlos is scared to come out right now. Yeah. Well, I guess I could always tell the police officers down here that I was being chased, but I think it's all good. We need you to get hidden cam embedded in glasses. The problem is not finding a hidden cam. The problem is how do you connect it to your camera to stream? And I don't want to have something on my head blasting out Wi-Fi or whatever, you know? Yep. But anyhow, what's going on? I'm streaming. What's up?
Exactly. You should fuck game. You play video games, huh?
I play some. Why?
What you playing?
Shooters, you know?
Shooters? Like Call of Duty and stuff?
Yeah, stuff like that. Lee, do you see these people on the street? Wait, do you see less people on the street these days or more? You know, it's hard to say because the weather hasn't been very good. And, you know, they've been moving people around, but it seems like it's been less for the past few weeks or months even. But you know, like I said, it's been cold, it's been rainy, and it's typically when people go find a place to stay. So there's people performing across the street. Describe the guy to the police. They'll say him and the other hundreds of homeless with pipe. Describe the guy to the police. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna really help me. Plus, I don't want this stream to be all about that. I think, well, let's see, $2 from Vincent Martin. You are SF institution. I will say, thank you, Vincent Martin. I couldn't hear the text to speech, but fortunately I was able to read it. Thank you very much, Vincent. I couldn't hear you over the performer though. Yeah. Anyone who wants to join the streams, more than welcome. The news reported a 20% increase in homeless this year. That's why I asked. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to say. Because when the weather's bad, they go away, and when the weather's good, they come back out. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like the city can't really, it can't cope with a constant increase like that. I'm going to say there's a lot more homeless these days. I've been in my area for about 10 years. In the last 2 years, I've seen more people sleeping in apartments, basements, and back hallway. You know, could also be that these people would normally be downtown. But, you know, they've been, like, you know, told to leave enough times they find somewhere else to stay. Oh, look, the old poop. That's what San Francisco, is known for now. Right there on Market Street. Times that 20, why the tree, times the doo-doo in the streets, that's a lot of doo-doo. Oh, maybe, yeah, 20%. Yeah, it's constant. California is becoming a state for the rich. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Have you talked to Carlos? Really, I only got a couple of emails. I haven't been able to talk to him on the phone, and yeah, so that's all I got. Yeah, I have nothing else to go on. Where's Carlitos? I assume he's over in his house. But it's pretty depressing, you know, because you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I put a lot into helping him get out of the situation he was in, and it's kind of sad to see that being kind of thrown away again. But yeah, Carlos is just missing in action. Well, no, I mean, he's alive. He's got his freedom. You know, I've heard from him in emails. But that's all there is. Hopefully it's just a phase. Well, we shall see. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time something like this happened. Tell him to move to a city where the cost of living isn't so crazy. Well, I was telling him that he could go stay almost anywhere. I mean, he's got nothing really tying him down here. Oh no. More crap. That time looked like an animal though. Christina, how is she? It's all good. There's no problem with her. She saw the doctor. They said there's no issues. Just keep doing what we're doing. Little chihuahua poo-poo. Yeah. Lee, the news was just at Glen Park talking about BART fare evasion and raising the prices and building a higher gate. Yeah, well, you know what? Every time I go over the BART, I see people hopping over the fence. They're always raising the price of transit here in San Francisco. It makes no sense. It's gone up so much. It's gone up so much over the years, much faster than inflation, you know? And during that time period, you know, like they built lines. There was a big point where they like shut down a bunch of bus lines and everything. But I don't know. It seems to be like another money-making enterprise, you know, just raising the transit fare up and up and up to try to take care of the city budget. So they're losing $20 million a year. Is it the cost of running is costing them $25 million a year? Or are they saying that all those people that are jumping the gate are costing them $25 million a year, because those are two very different things. Not everybody who jumps the gate would have been paying in the first place. How much is an apartment in Portland? It's probably pretty expensive there too. The BART police are never around when I take BART. I've seen BART police transport people, who are all chained up and wearing combat gear, like carrying shotguns. It was pretty crazy. I never understood why somebody would be transported via BART. Carlos updates. Well, yeah, there's nothing to update. The only contact I've had with him has been 2 emails. I've always wanted to visit. Well, it's a nice place to visit. Don't stay in the Tenderloin. But it'd be an expensive place to visit, but there's lots of stuff to see and do here. They don't like California people up there. Is that true? I've been to Oregon. I never found that, but how would they know that I was from California? They probably don't like it because people are leaving California to go over to Oregon, and then the prices over in Oregon are going up. Lee, what is your favorite movie? Uh-oh, the signal's dropping out. Hold on, I'll wait. The signal's not getting any better. Oh, there. Oh. Alright, it looks like the signal's improved. My 2 favorite movies are Lawrence of Arabia and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Lee, that's rough. Know how much you love Carlos. Yeah, like I said, this kind of thing has happened before. And I already kind of dealt with it internally and prepared for the time when he eventually, when something eventually happens to him due to his choices. But they need to build that bullet train and have Lee go to LA in 1 hour. The problem with that is I think they canceled that. After having that, allegedly being under construction since like the 70s, or at least planned, they finally canceled it in the end. Lowell, Californians don't like how people from Oregon drive. Well, you know what? A weird thing from Oregon is you can't pump your own gas. Kron says that most of the residents are going to Arizona and Texas. Boy, I wouldn't want to go over there. Too hot. I don't know, my mom was from Texas, but I don't think Texas is for me either. I like Clint Eastwood, the Dirty Harry movies. Hey, it was shot. Clint Eastwood lives here in San Francisco. Those artificial California fires. Those were pretty legit. I saw some footage of it too. It was pretty intense, where the wind was just barreling through. It was ridiculous that the footage of the gusts going through the fires. You would love East Texas, I'm sure. What I like about San Francisco is having nice clean air, and being by the coast and being pretty temperate. But yeah, I hear Austin's a pretty cool place, or at least used to be. But I'm sure it's just like San Francisco, where now it's everybody's going over there, and it's just insanely expensive. That stuff has so much good food. Yes, it's true. Uh-oh. Austin's weird. That's so I've heard. I thought that guy wanted to talk to me, but I like it. Okay. Yeah, I've I've only been to a few states, but yeah, I don't know. Short trees. Well, not that short. Keep in mind, I'm closer to 7 feet than 6 feet. I rather smell dog S in SF than horse S in Texas. That's not dog S for the most part. You know, I mean, there's actually places in San Francisco where there's lots of horses as well. You know, if you're over in the Presidio. I mean, I guess not lots, right? It's so tiny. Hold on, this guy's doing that guy in yellow was just punching out in the middle of nowhere. What would you say are the top 3 sketchiest places to walk in San Francisco, and why is Tenderloin number 1? I would never say that Tenderloin is number 1. I'd say the worst place to walk would be over in Hunters Point. Tenderloin would be pretty bad too, and the Bayview also. I'd say that those would be the top 3. No, I'd rather be in the Mission than inside of the Bayview. South of Market must be a close second. No, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stores and stuff over there. There's a lot of places. Hunters Point is the worst, I would say. You know, as scary as it is over in the Tenderloin, for the most part, people don't get shot there. You may have some other stuff happen to you. You may get stabbed by a hypodermic needle, like what could have happened if I stuck around over there. That guy in yellow was super tweaking out. Yeah, I didn't want to have a... There he is right there. Yeah, he was throwing punches in the middle of the air. Where is he? Oh, there he is, behind me. But I guess he calmed down. 6 between Market and Mission. But yeah, I don't know, anywhere around the Tenderloin, like 6th Street, between Market and Mission, it's across the street from the Tenderloin. Oh, he just did it again. Hunters Point is a shithole. I would go to Oakland first. The cops won't even go in Hunters Point. Yeah, they won't go there alone. Maybe he really was fighting with his demons. Who knows? Yeah, well, I'll never see Lee in my neighborhood. I live in the Bayview. I used to live in the Bayview, Catalina. Yeah. I was the only person inside my house who, you know, I rented a room in a house. I was the only person in my house who didn't have anything happen to him, you know? There was people from all over, you know? There was one guy who came from Germany. He came home one time with a black eye. He told me that somebody punched him right in the eye while he's walking down the street, just for no reason. The other thing, what else? Yeah, there was another guy who was from India, who came home and was running around trying to get people to join him. Like, hey, come on. I was like, well, what's going on? And somebody, I guess, had just stolen his backpack. Somebody had just stolen his backpack, and he wanted to go out there and get him. Apparently he had been jumped. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff would happen all the time. I walked home and people tried to start a fight with me. And in fact, that was during my younger years. I went back home and was thinking about going back out, but I ended up not doing it. What's going on? Oh, sorry. That guy in the gray suit. Yeah. Anyhow, I had called the police because it looked like somebody was about to get stabbed. And, somebody was stutter stepping to somebody else with a knife in their hand. And, yeah, I called the cops and they never came. You'd hear just random explosions over there. And again, nothing would happen. So, it would sound like there'd be shootouts. You just hear like boom, 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 boom. Like on either side of the street. And be like, Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on? Waiting for the cops to come, and they never come. So, but when I was leaving, they were trying to rebrand it as Candlestick Point. So maybe things have gotten better since I left, but it's right next to Hunters Point. Like I said, when I lived there, somebody went missing and was later found floating over in the bay. And I guess he was waiting at the bus stop that I always wait at, or always used to wait at, and just went missing one evening. What happens if a lesbian punches you? Is it okay to punch her right back? In general, I don't like punching people out on the street. You gotta defend yourself, right? Cops just allow them to kill each other. Yes, 3. Oh yeah, there's also, yeah, there's a couple gangs over inside the Hunters Point that were fighting it out too. 831 Triads, 831 Bike Left Triads, and the Vietnamese United Bamboo. Yeah, that's another thing too. It definitely seemed like there was a triad over there. Every once in a while I'll be walking through some sketchy ass neighborhoods and see a bunch of people meeting up. But just glad I don't live over there anymore. United Bamboo? I don't know. I never heard of United Bamboo. Sounds like a shipping company. I wonder. I don't think I'm gonna find Louis tonight. The Asian gangs are far more organized and make more money. Very smart. Well, you know what? The Tenderloin, not the Tenderloin. Sorry, Chinatown is filled. It's filled with criminal activity. There's human trafficking. There's like underground casinos. You'll go by these places that are openly marked as Tong, which is, it means community center, but it really means that these are basically like little gangs. So they're back in the 20s. The police force was really cracking down on these Tongs and shutting them down. And in the 20s, they mysteriously stopped. It's not like they disappeared, And their influence is still felt in the politics here, and a lot of those Tongs are involved in a lot of community outreach programs, but they're still Tongs in the end. It kind of reminds me of what's his name? Over in Chicago, who was in the bootlegging business. I don't know. I'm sure one of you guys will remind me what his name was. Just like those guys selling Mexican corner hot dogs for weed. That's not smart. That's a federal crime. Well, it's worked out for them, right? Nobody messes around over in the nobody messes with what's going on over in Chinatown. Nobody cares because it only affects the Chinese people, right? Not Dillinger. No, famous guy. He ended up getting what was it? It's the STD that in its third stage causes it to lose your mind. It's like a fungus that infects your brain. I just can't think of it. You know, again, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so I can't really think of these things. My recall is not the best right now. Al Capone, boom, syphilis. That's right. Yeah. So Al Capone. You know, he was obviously involved in the underworld, but you know, he would make a big show of going out and giving the kids bread and soup and other stuff. So the people viewed him as being sort of a hero, but you know that he obviously was doing a lot more harm than good. I think it's the same kind of thing. These things are involved in community programs. My signal just dropped out. I don't know, I feel like if I talk, it's gonna be lost. Alright, there we go. Looks like the signal's back temporarily. But yeah, you know, like they may be involved with these community events and everything, and involved in charities and all that other stuff. Still doesn't change the nature of their primary business, you know? Lee, you're getting your exercise with the webcast. Yeah, it's true. I used to be wiped out after doing these. But yeah, now I can do them no problem. It's 3-day suspension, 20 community service hours, and $40 ticket if you get caught. If you get caught doing what? 831. Oh, that's why you're saying 831. You're responding to him. Al Capone sniffed cocaine. I'm sure he did more than that. You know, I've actually heard Al Chapo built hospitals and schools. Lee walks marathons. Yeah, nearly. During that that live stream with Carlos, that was nearly 6 hours. Oh wait, no, it was 6 hours and 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure that was pretty close. Cartels are big here in Southern California. I don't know. You know what the problem is if you stick your nose too far into something, you're not coming back out. So, I mean, I'm aware of this stuff, but like I said, I don't want to stick my neck out too far, get it lopped off. When you say San Francisco is rougher than New York, I don't know New York at all. I know New York was a very, very rough place to be, and I think that I'm not sure if it's still true, but the mob has a lot of influence over there. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where you need to it was just understood that you needed to pay protection money to do business over there. So as far as I know, that's not the case over here. But you know, those things that are sort of become ingrained in society are kind of hard to root out. You know, people get established, people go semi-legitimate, so it's hard to say. Nice double, by the way. Yeah, I was running a little bit late, so I didn't shave. Yes, please. They have the unions. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a part of a union, and it sucks. But I don't know. I'm not from there. I've never been to New York. But just from what I hear, it definitely sounds like there's a more organized crime that you know, affects day-to-day life over there. Word on the street that Carlos opened his own strip club with $100. Well, he might have opened up his own pocket in the strip club with $100. People who wanted to see me. Oh, uh-oh. The signal cut out again. I don't know why the signal's so poor today. Must just be because there's a lot of people downtown. He was never the same after that day. Oh, lost stream. Okay. It's getting a little bit hot. I'm actually going to take off the jacket. Is Carlos still distancing himself from you? Yeah, that's the case. I haven't been able to contact him ever since that one stream where he got the where that guy gave the $100. Just tell him to come on the streams high like he used to. That was fun. Well, I just think that he's ashamed and embarrassed and doesn't want to let people down, I think. I heard they were filming Jumanji 2 near the Golden Gate. My friend said he's seen The Rock. Yeah, they're always filming stuff over here. Let's see. So, hold on. I'm trying to transfer stuff over here. So, sorry that I haven't been talking to people on the street as much as I used to. It's just after what happened when I was chased out of the Tenderloin, I'm a little hesitant. But man, it sure is a hot day for 7:02 over in San Francisco. When I was a stoner, I would distance myself from everyone, lol, but I was more homebody. Yeah. You're by the Exploratorium. Yes, I am. What's up, Lee? I noticed your last stream got almost 10,000 views. Congrats. Yeah, it's crazy. I think people want to see me go travel into other neighborhoods. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's something that would be much better if I had someone with me, you know? Especially somebody like Carlos, you know, who kind of does that stuff just in his own free time, so he'd be able to show me some cool stuff. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know, because it seemed for the longest time that that YouTube was kind of hiding my channel, you know? Because if you think about it, I mean, my old videos all used to got a lot more views, and I got 20,000 subscribers. It didn't make sense how you'd have like 20,000 subscribers and get like 300 views on a video. But I guess people want to see live walking through various neighborhoods. But the craziest part is that people are not actually viewing it live. People are viewing it on replay. I never really get more than, 30 or so people watching live. Lee, any names for the baby you like? Well, so I'm actually the fourth Lee. A long lineage of Lees that is unrelated to the first Lee. So if I have a boy, that's going to be Lee the fifth. If I have a girl, well, then that's going to be Lily. Name your baby Tanisha. Why should I name my baby Tanisha? Hella cool. Yeah. So my daughter right now is hoping actually that it's a boy. She's been calling it Junior. Lee McLeeson. I don't know, every generation. Oops, hold on. I'm gonna have to adjust my battery pack. Every generation tells the previous generation not to name their child, not to name their son Lee, but none of them listen. And I guess I'm continuing the tradition. Or maybe not, who knows, could be another girl. And so my first child, Laura, already picked the middle name. So yeah, the name's all set. So if it's a son, then it would be Lee Malcolm Hester V. If it's a daughter, then it'd be Lillian Hester. The damned algorithm changes all the time and most likely deprioritize your videos due to keywords like drugs and homeless. Yeah, but you know how if you go ahead and try to change all that stuff, then you're no longer accurately portraying what it is that you're actually doing on your channel. And you know, I heard somebody else you know, who said that they think that YouTube is constantly changing the rules just simply because they don't have enough advertising for everybody. So they're just trying to demonetize people just for arbitrary reasons. But oh well, nothing you could do. I mean, that's why there's stuff like Patreon, you know. But that becomes a job too, right? If you want to have a successful Patreon, then you're taking time away from what you're supposed to be doing with your Patreon in the first place. Those names are nice, thank you. My daughter is Laura and my son is Kyle. We went through the names of everyone we knew to cross off the list until we found names that no one knew, we knew share. Yeah, I actually, whoops, sorry. The battery pack keeps getting unplugged. So I actually had always wanted to be a father. So even back when I was like 18 or 19, even actually when I was still a minor, I would just grab books of baby names and just flip through them, trying to find like baby names that I liked, you know. So it's something I thought about for a long time, and then once we actually finally did have, once we finally did have children, or at least a child, it was no problem. The name had already been planned out years and years in advance, or at least I had thought about it. And fortunately, my wife doesn't really care too much about that stuff. What is it? It's crazy. This same group became my online friends. Lol, you guys are awesome. Oh, I'm missing some of the comments that went off the top. Sorry about that. Oh no, it's just a meme. Lee, you should name the baby LaQuisha instead. I don't think that's gonna happen. Drew Mark. Oliver, clothes off, see more butts. Okay. Leaky bum. I want to name mine Bonnie and Clyde. My guy put his foot down and said no way. I don't know. I think honestly, you'd have to get them both together for people to really get the whole Bonnie and Clyde thing, and they'd probably be made fun of in school being named Bonnie or being named Clyde. He also said no to Nemu and Mordred. What name did you guys actually settle on? Carl Gambino. I don't know, I don't like to name, I wouldn't want to name my child after something, you know, like an automobile. I'll name my son Olive Juice. So your last name would have to be Juice, right? Slappy? No. Oh yeah, Laura calling you. I already said that. Yeah. Kyle, not too far from Clyde. Genuine. I'm gonna start heading back into the city. I guess I always do this, right? I start heading down that way, and then I kind of bail. And I guess I'm just gonna wander towards the Transamerica Pyramid. I want to be downtown, but you know, I just don't. I want to minimize the chance that I bump into that guy who was trying to chase me. But yeah, I don't know. When I was looking for names, I guess I just wanted to keep the L thing, and that works for my wife because you know, she's Chinese, and they have a tradition of having the same kind of sounding names for the children, you know. So yeah, we got Laura, Lee, and Lily. Do you like In-N-Out, Lee? You know, the last time I ate In-N-Out, it actually made me break out. I don't know. I guess I don't get what the huge appeal is about it. I mean, in the end, it's just another fast food place. But a lot of people prefer it over other fast food. Logic, not a forte for that guy. Well, he got me out of there. So it looks like somebody's missing a slipper. Buster Hyman. Wasn't Buster Hyman no, Buster's not a real name. I knew somebody who worked at one of the group homes. His name was Chris Boozer. It's pretty difficult to find people out here in the outskirts. John Gotti has to. How about lots of Papa? Let's see. Will she accept the chocolate? That's the question. They hope. You want chocolate? No?
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I didn't think so. Rizze, I know what you're trying to do. I'm trying to get your name. Oh, Nomadic Nana, otherwise known as, what was your name? Donnie? Danny? Oh, Dana? Donna, there we go, Donna. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna head back over into the downtown area. It's just where it's the best. Some Asian people get scared easily. Some people get scared easily in general. Wait, did you know that woman? No. She's just, she was, yeah, I don't know. It's just something you see all the time. She wasn't scared. I think, I think that it was just basically, it's and again, another sort of Chinese thing. She wouldn't want something that's already been opened. Saw John Wick and 3 and 4D yesterday. It was an interesting experience. Have you tried 4DX? No, I haven't. Yeah, like I said before, the last movie I saw in theaters was Spider-Man with my daughter, and actually I was thinking about taking her to see Old Detective Pikachu, but it's going to be hard to do with my wife being so pregnant, you know? She's getting really uncomfortable. Lee and that Chinese lady went to different schools together. No, she was older than I am, for sure. I do not know how to stop crying. I'm a mess. Oh wait, what happened? Sorry for your loss. Leho was good. Wait, I didn't see what happened. Some 30 years. Nana, tell me what happened. You lost your spouse or something? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Now, when did that happen? When did that happen? What happened? Was it sudden? Saturday, okay. Oh, that's too bad. It takes a long time to get over something like that. I'm not sure if you ever really get over it. He got home Friday. Was he on hospice? No, he was at work, oil wells. Wow, so was it a heart attack? Or a stroke? Oh, that sucks too, you know? Working at that oil rigs, I'm sure he was gone for a long time too. Oh yeah, heart attack. Yeah. I don't know what there is to say. That's a terrible, tragic thing. I'm sorry that happened. You know, when I go, it's probably going to be due to a heart attack. Probably. He was home 2 weeks. Okay. Those are some really nice apartments. Are you sure about that? I don't think these are apartments. These look like some sort of official building here. I think this must be an embassy. Let's go take a look and see what this is. That looks like U.S. Custom House. Yeah, it's not an apartment. I wanted him to see you. I plan to join you Monday. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. There's not much to say. You know, I'm sure you've been around a while. That you've lost people before, but it takes like 6 months to really move past something like that. And I don't know if there's anything I can say or do to help you with that process. process. But my Facebook is Donna Mildred Rogers. I'm going to bed. I don't have a Facebook, but I'll check it out. Yeah. I'm sorry for what happened with you. I'm sorry what happened with you, Donna. And yeah, best of luck to you. And yeah. I don't know what else. Like I said. Let's see. The one, I think I'm just gonna keep moving on, Brian. 4DX is a movie gimmick like 3D. It's essentially moving seats, wind, water, mist to go along with what's going on in the movie. Yeah, I've had stuff like that with, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, stuff like that. I feel like having something like that going on for an entire for an entire movie would be a bit much. It's I don't know if you ever actually I'm out as well, guys. Good night, everyone. Stay strong, Donna. Let your children motivate you to keep going. All right, see you XEVI Mac. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just still sort of thinking about Donna. But yeah, I mean that's the unfortunate truth, right? You know, it's like someone's outliving someone, right? And usually it's the woman who outlives the man. And you know, I'm 6'8". I'm not gonna have the greatest longevity in the world, you know. That's just the simple reality. I mean, my projected lifespan is about 64 years. So I guess the only good news. The good news is you live your best years first, right? And as far as with Donna, I mean, she was able to have a family with him, you know, have grandchildren. She was able to spend the weekend with him, or at least spend some time with him before he passed. Are we still in Jackson Square? I am on Jackson Street. I just passed Montgomery. Height causes early death. Yeah. You know, basically the taller you are, the greater your the greater the strain it causes on your heart, and the greater your chances for cancer as well. So, I mean, when adjusted for height, men and women have the same life expectancy, but women are much smaller than men, you know? So, me being 6'8", I'm pretty high on that spectrum. But yeah, it's kind of sad, right? Because man, oh man, would I love to live forever. I have so many hobby and interests, and it feels like not enough time for anything. Let me show you guys the Trans-American Pyramid. Oh. Well, I'm 5'11", 155 pounds. The average height in the U.S. is 5'10". So you could go ahead and look at the average life expectancy for a male, and figure you're going to live around that, maybe a little bit more. 155 is pretty light, right? I'm 200, and I'm like 210, maybe even 215, and I'm not especially bulky, but the best thing you could do for your longevity is to be nice and lean. You know, my grandmother had a boyfriend who just recently died, and he was in his 90s, and he was 6 foot. But you know, he was very thin. So, you know, I was thinking about this too, actually. You know, everybody's on steroids now, right? Everyone's getting bigger and bigger. The life expectancy is going to be going way down, or if not the expectancy, then just the overall lifespan. You know, maybe they haven't adjusted the life expectancy, but you know, you're just walking around carrying all kinds of bulk. You're not going to be staying around as long. Are you in the Tenderloin? Could I walk around? Wait, the Whitcomb Hotel at night after dark safely. I'm visiting from out of town. Don't walk around, especially if you're out of town. Don't walk around at night. Look, I walked around in the daytime and had to run out of there. This stream, John Kelly, don't do it. Especially don't walk around with all your luggage and everything out. Just walk straight in and straight out. Yeah, I am athletic. Okay. Tenderloin after dark? Nope, not if you're alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even during the daytime, it's sketchy. Like I said, this stream. You go back towards the beginning of the stream, and I was showing that somebody was sitting on the sidewalk with a hypodermic needle, and then he got up and started chasing me. So I missed a guy chasing you earlier this stream. Yeah, it was pretty early. So I did my old usual zigzag when I got out of there. You could get a license. What, a concealed carry license? What license?
Game of Thrones earlier or something.
Stay home, John. Oh yeah, I'm mostly visiting downtown, but using Uber mostly. Well, there's no problem wearing like BART. I mean, not wearing, riding BART. Or you know, the buses or anything. It's just walking in and out of the Tenderloin is kind of sketchy. You'll see all kinds of people selling stuff out on the street, and they'll just have, you know, the rolling luggage bins open and selling all kinds of tourist stuff. And like, you'll see homeless people walking around with strollers, and all this came from tourists that didn't watch this stuff, or who were ripped off while they're walking around. So, gotta keep your eyes open while you walk, so I don't have to. When I was in SF about a week ago, I felt so out of my element. I felt really weird standing around the Tenderloin after a concert. Just wanted to leave. Yeah, I mean, it's there's some places, you know, like some restaurants even you don't want to even be in, because people will just come in and sort of harass you in there. Lee is street smart. Well, you got to, right? You got to be. There we go. We're just looking at that Wells Fargo. Oh, it's a Wells Fargo History Museum. Didn't know there was such a thing. So I'm walking around the financial district right now. This is every time I've seen Louis, he's been around this area. But of course, every time I've seen him, except for the first time, it was at night. So thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Joseph. I'm just gonna walk across here. The pyramid looks dope behind you. Is it behind me? Oh, boom, it is. There it goes, it gets blown out. So, sorry for those people who were sitting here with me waiting for me to talk to people out on the street. Every time I get some sort of encounter, like the one earlier on stream, you know, this stuff isn't fake, this is real. You know, there's no plants or anything, so it rattles me a little bit, and I don't like to test my luck. So yeah, I think it should be mostly safe right now, but next stream maybe I should go to a different area. The only problem is I'm walking around downtown here where my signal normally is strong, and I noticed it cut out a few times already. So I'd have to go someplace that has good signal. Is the pyramid still behind me? Oh, it is. Thank you people for the thumbs up, by the way. Where exactly am I? I'm approaching Bush Street and I'm on Montgomery. Alright, so just slowly making my way back to the downtown area. We go to Mission Bay by Oracle Park one day. Is the signal gonna be good enough? Yeah, you're about to be a daddy twice over, yeah. So, yeah, speaking of which, I'm probably gonna have to take some time off of the stream while I'm, you know, taking care of the little one and the wife, you know. I was wondering, by the way, you know, I got that new camera that I was planning on doing the documentary. Of course, not being in contact with Carlos kind of like puts throws a wrench in the whole operation. But I was wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing sort of a little video overview of the video features of that camera. I mean, it's a pretty cool little camera. It's the Panasonic S1. But yeah, there's not a lot of really good reviews, and I was thinking about doing one myself. They will need you. Yes. Yeah, and it's getting pretty close to when the baby's coming. My wife is in like a lot of discomfort, so I may have to. I may have to stop early because she's getting really uncomfortable just standing. You know. Look closely, my friend. Maybe a saint is hiding today between the homeless. Yeah, why not? I like tech. Okay, there we go. I'm just afraid because, yeah, like I said, a lot of times I'll come out with a video and subscribers will just hop off. Digging the goatee. Well, I'm glad you guys like it, but it gets after this length, then it starts getting a little. Well, I don't want to say mangy because mange causes you to lose your hair. It gets a little raggedy looking. It's sort of like the what do you call it? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I got suddenly distracted. Oh, there's a guy walking down the street, wrapped in a blanket. Maybe I'll go see if I can talk to him. Grow the beard, shave the head. No. I hate that. I hate I shaved my head before, and you know, it's like you never realize how important warmth is to your head until you shave your head. You know, and like I would be deep in thought, and then ooh, like a cold breeze would blow over my head, and then just I felt like all the blood was leaving that area. So completely lost what I was thinking. Oh, I guess that guy's gone. No, do not shave the beautiful hair. I do need a haircut though. It is getting pretty long. Hey buddy, you want some chocolate? There you go. No problem. Oh, it's my phone. I was just... Oh, it's because I have a YouTube channel. I was just talking to people on my YouTube channel. What's that? You want to be on here? Oh, okay. Oh, you can if you want to. I just saw you over here and I thought I'd give you some chocolate.
I'd rather not be on.
Oh, okay. All right then. Oh yeah, it's tobacco. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just ripping up a bunch of cigarettes, trying to get the tobacco out of there. I'm just feeling really not at ease right now, honestly. Normally I'd be able to talk to people a little bit longer, but I'm feeling a little bit antsy due to the previous encounter. Once bitten, twice shy. Yep, that's right. Hey, buddy.
What's going on here?
Don't do it. He's stealing the bike. He's got an angle grinder.
Figure that out. Should I come and call?
They're already on their way, brother.
Are they?
Are you gonna videotape me?
Dude, you're already being videotaped. Just walk away, man. It's not your bike.
It is my bike.
Oh, come here. There you go. So, that guy, that's what was happening right here. Somebody, that guy right there with that angle grinder, he was cutting straight through this guy's bike. You see, right there, he was cutting through the tire. He was about to rip off that bike. You gotta watch out. Are you calling somebody now or no?
No.
Yeah.
Did he break through?
He messed up the rim. That guy's gonna need to get a new tire for sure. But he was almost all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had my bike stolen, so I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
what's
mine
happening
too.
right now?
Yeah. And there's no way that guy could have secured the bike better other
Yeah,
than,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
so.
Why you had that like?
Yeah. Ankle grinder. And you know what? You could get insurance for your bike, but they won't cover power tools. So you're screwed anyhow.
Yeah. I'm glad that you intercepted that.
Oh yeah, no problem. So yeah, right there. Nothing you can do to protect your bike. You know what? Here, I have some advice for you guys. I never had my bike stolen in San Francisco. If you have a nice bike, make it look raggedy. Here's something you can do. Obviously, that guy locked up his bike in the ideal fashion. He put the U-lock over the tire through the triangle of the bike. The problem is that guy was cutting straight through the tire to steal the rest of the bike. So you know, with me, with my bike, first of all, it's an old bike. It's a Panasonic bike. Panasonic doesn't make bikes any longer. And the tape is all messed up. The best thing you could do is take your weathered, old-looking but functional bike and park it next to a much nicer looking bike. That guy had he had a U-lock. It's the best kind of lock you could have, other than a really heavy, you know, like 15-pound chain, which would be a real pain in the ass to carry around. But even that, the guy could have just cut straight through, you know, straight through the tires. I mean, I guess you'd have to go through the chain. But where there's a will, there's a way. That he would be able to cut straight through the chain as well. So. Okay, anyhow. Well, I knew that this happened in my head. I told my brother that's how they got his last bike. I actually don't even lock my car where I live. Just buy a cheap reciprocating saw angle grinder from Harbor Freight. That's what they do. That's some real shit. A bike thief in broad daylight. And no one was doing anything. Yeah. Show his face to the cops. Oh man, well I would have to stop the stream to do that. What a punk. Who owned the bike? I don't know. I've stopped, I stopped people from stealing bikes before. And I've called the police, but they don't show up. You know, you sit there, wait forever for the police to come. And if the guy who owns the bike doesn't arrive, then what can you do? I wish that guy in the scooter would have called the cops. I guess I could have stopped the stream and called the cops myself. But yeah, so I am thinking about it. I think he was specifically going for the tire because it's a lot less noise than going through metal, you know. There you go. Anyhow, that's San Francisco for you. And so basically what you would do is, steal that bike, take it with them, steal a wheel from another bike, you know, maybe like a quick lock wheel, and there you go. Got a bike. And sell that either on the streets or take it over to a bike shop. Tell them you're selling your old bike. This person right there is somebody I saw in the middle of the night when I was with Carlos before he got clean. But she had like an accent, sort of sounded Italian. She was outside of the Orpheum Theater, actually. The owner who comes out will be pissed. Yeah. You know, they have something else also. They have these, I actually bought one of these, but it was difficult to get working. They have a U-lock that's got a motion sensor in it. So if it gets jostled, it'll set on an alarm. It sounded like someone else. But it'll have a motion sensor that'll set off a loud alarm on the lock itself, or you could choose a wireless signal to a little device you would keep in your pocket. So let's say you were inside of a building and left your bike or motorcycle or whatever outside. Somebody messes with it. That alarm goes off. You hear a loud noise coming from your pocket. You know somebody's messing with your bike. So. Oh, I can't see those emojis. They're too teeny. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, bicycle and Oh, mountain bike. Is that what that is? A mountain bike and a normal bike, or a scooter? I can't see. Yeah. Anyhow.
And then two weeks later, she tried to
You know what? I'm wandering back into the Tenderloin. You know, I shouldn't stay over here. Just like emojis, you know. I'm gonna stay on Market Street. I kind of got my hand sort of permanently. Oh, like this is somebody else walking with stolen stuff over that way. The guy who was in the black who just walked around the corner. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could walk around and just see crime all the time, all over San Francisco. You know that. Wow, speaking of which, I'm looking over at the Walgreens and they're boarded up. Urban Picasso, I went over to go to look for him and he wasn't there. Yeah, don't go to TL, I won't. Sounds, and there's some yelling and shouting going on.
Got your knee, the motherfuckers open. It's all my motherfucking life. Fuck up out of here, man. Man, you gotta go. Tell them, oh, you gotta go, man. Don't let people ask when you got that tricks on me. Ask when, this gon' win. Fuck that cash money. Boosie, motherfucker.
Lee, I have watched every stream since you and Carlos were almost murdered in the TL. I'm from the Bay Area and I just wanted to say I really enjoy your channel. Thank you. Well, thank you, buddy. Cat's cuts. So, anyhow, you see there's someone yelling and screaming behind me. But, that's, anyhow. They almost got killed. What's he saying? I don't know. He's just yelling and screaming, telling somebody to get the hell out of here. Was he yelling at you?
Huh?
That guy, was he yelling at you?
There's a kid over there.
Oh, security? Oh, okay. So, I guess he was yelling at security over here at Walgreens. You see, this Walgreens stuff happens here all the time. If you'll notice, it's boarded up over here. So they probably saw him and recognized him as somebody who had stolen before and stopped him, or thought that he looked suspicious and stopped him. But hello, Marlon V24. Joe Smith, I think he is upset. I think so too. They almost got killed. We got chased out of the Tenderloin well after midnight. So yeah, it was a pretty scary experience. And after that, I stayed out of the Tenderloin for a good long while. Get him, get over. This is the one where people always steal. Yeah, well, you know, yeah. They always steal over from that one. That's why there's always security. And I think that's why people were trying to steal. Wait, let's see. A pretty big batch of 4 parts Wonder Swan crystals recently went up for a bid. Here's hoping I could score one cheap to work on. Alright, yeah, let's see. Yeah. You don't have to do that, aesthetic. But yeah, some pretty intense stuff. Pretty intense. Not as many people to talk to as I would have expected. A lot more people sort of vociferating down the street. Here we got somebody selling street sheets. You'll see this from time to time. you know, people will be walking around with like papers in their hand trying to sell you a newspaper. Those street sheets, they're hold on one second. They're like newspapers that are written by homeless people specifically so people can sell them out on the street and make a little bit of money. What's that? Oh no, I don't. I got some chocolate. You want some chocolate? No. Okay. You want some chocolate? There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Go up, pal. I don't want to, I'm going the opposite way of the downtown area. Wow, I wrote in those papers around 99. I'm a little surprised they still just, yeah, they used to sell for $1. Now I think they're like $2.50. What is he angry about? Wow, I think you're on quite a delay. But that guy was angry about, hold on. That guy was, I think, angry at security. I got some chocolate. You want some chocolate? There we go. Whoa. Here's a whole bunch and a cookie thrown in there too.
Thank you.
No problem. Should I buy the papers? Well, it's your choice, right? I mean, they're not doing anything illegal. But personally, I don't give money to people out on the street. There's a lot of services out there to help people out. I think they'd honestly be better off with utilizing some of those services rather than getting money. Basically, everybody who stays out on the street uses drugs. There are some exceptions, but for the most part, everybody out there is using. So, yeah, they were $1. I watched that old video about the guy eating the flour on hate. Cracks me up every time. That was ridiculous. There's another time where I gave somebody a homemade cookie, and he just kept insisting that it was like a weed cookie or something like that. In his ass as he's walking down the street. Yeah, buddy. Anyhow, somebody was saying 6th and Mission. I'm over on Mission and 5th. Let's go see how 6th and Mission is. I'm telling you, it's not as bad as the Tenderloin. Just got back from the lake fishing. How'd it go? Was it ice fishing? It's, you know, it's pretty warm over here, but I don't know what it'd be like wherever it is you're from. Have you ever seen the guy selling his logs on the street again? No, I haven't. That guy, no, over the dam. Yeah, yeah, that guy, I've never seen him again, and I bet you if I do see him again, he's gonna be in much worse condition. He was actually wearing like really nice clothes. I mean, not really. You know, he's wearing nice clothes, wearing like some fancy dress shoes, and yeah. The next time, if I were to see him again, I'm sure it wouldn't be so nice. Oh, you know what? That car that just passed by over there, I think they're grabbing homeless people's stuff and throwing it in. There's a homeless guy just kind of standing out there in the street. But I want to keep a move on. Don't want to be too conspicuous. Where am I at right now? I'm in between 5th and 6th Street. So, yeah, whoever said that 6th and Mission was one of the most dangerous? Not the case. Do people who weren't previously drug users eventually wind up using once they get out on the streets? Well, I would say yes. You know, I made a conscious decision not to use when I was homeless, but I mean it's an escape for people. You know, maybe they're hanging out with other people who are out on the street, watching them do stuff, and asking them, "Oh, how come you do this? Why do you do it?" Like, "Oh, it makes me feel good. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel sore. You know, it settles down my thoughts, and it's all good." Oh look, hold on. That person with the colored hair just threw a bottle. Threw the bottle out. I guess it is pretty sketchy over here. Wow, look at this. Something's going on back over here. Dude, seems like you got rubbed wrong. Hey, you're doing something like I said. Just popped in. Yeah, well, I had gotten chased out of the Tenderloin. So that's why things are why there's a different attitude this time. What do people get out of stealing homeless people's stuff? No, not stealing. I guess they're cleaning up. So I'm kind of grabbing their stuff and throwing it away. 6th Street changes, then later it gets, but not as bad as it was 15 to 20 years ago. Yeah, I would say 6th and Mission is kind of sketchy. Whoever was saying that was pretty right. So, anyhow, I heard some yelling and screaming. That's usually time. That usually means it's time to get out of here. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that I'm holding it?
Yeah.
This is called a gimbal. So, this right here, like I can move the camera around. See, look, boom, there you are. So it stabilizes it.
So I can move around, it don't shake and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fresh.
So it's just about rotation, right? See, I'm twisting my hand.
Best Buy and all that.
I bought this online actually from AliExpress. You ever heard of that?
Yeah,
Actually,
Yeah. So but you know, it also is a selfie stick, so you could do it like that.
That's really neat.
But,
Games and shit.
Look up the Thimble 2. That's what this.
Okay,
Yeah. Thimble. Yeah.
Right on.
All right then, buddy. So right there, that's a crack pipe right there. Well, anyhow, I don't want to stick around and get into more trouble. So that guy that was over on that corner was looking through a crack pipe. Rid him up. Well, I was talking to him. But yeah, it is crazy. You're at 5th Street. It's like, hey, it's no problem. 6th Street. Oh, I see what they're talking about. But yeah, you wouldn't expect that, right? In San Francisco, so rich, you know. I mean, look, here's the Golden Gate Theater. Which is open right now with beautiful, a musical. And just down the street, there's people like looking through crack pipes, and you know, just going through people's backpacks over on the ground, and then up the street. I mean, it's basically, that theater is nestled in the Tenderloin. So up the street is where I got chased out of the Tenderloin. And actually, up Market Street this way, where I got slapped on the street. And look right there, that's a Crazy Horse Gentlemen's Club. Oh, the person who said that he saw a live show over in the Tenderloin, could be that he saw something over here. The Warfield. What's crackin', Lee from Carson, California? Joe Billings. I remember you, buddy. That's not a crack pipe, it's a glass holder for a rose. I guess so. I didn't look at it too close. When I see a little transparent stem, I think crack pipe. Wow, there's a lot of people going over to see. Look at this line over here. Everybody's going over to the Warfield. Boom. And still more are coming. Meth bulb, crack stem. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a meth bulb. I've seen that too. But yeah, it was definitely looked like a crack pipe. I miss my old crack pipe poker stick. Get a trolley car and take us viewers for a ride. All right. Well, you know what? I'm almost at the end of the stream, so it's not something I could do this stream. Is that something you guys would be interested in next stream? Let's say I go over and take the cable car somewhere. Would you guys be interested? Well, I don't know. The cable car or the F train? I kind of prefer the F train because it's well, significantly cheaper, but it's still like a classic vehicle, and it doesn't get as much fanfare as the cable car turnaround, you know, as the cable cars. And the cable cars are always going to be packed. Cable car. So what, should I go over to the cable car turnaround and just be sitting there waiting for like an hour before I get on there and then ride it all the way? What should I do? Right out to Pier 39 on the cable car. Oh, that's that'd be the F car. But yeah, I could do that. So you guys want me to go to Pier 39 next time? The problem is I get there to Pier 39, then what am I doing? How about Broadway and walk up Coit Tower? Oh, I did that before. The only problem with going up to what's going on, buddy? I could give you some chocolate. You want some chocolate? You want chocolate or not? All right. Oh, sorry, one drop. Here you go. Oh, you said you wanted chocolate. Well, there you go. Let's see. Check out the street artist. All right. Well, I could do that if that's what you guys want. Okay, so my Spanish is not too good. But you're saying something about the bathroom? Beyond the bathroom? I don't know. I don't even know what an F train is. Take that. All right. So I guess I'll do that next stream. Lee, how about a view from a tall building? Lee, you were asking a black man if he wants chocolate, and he said yes, but he didn't accept it. Anyhow, let me try to see if there's any other people. It's sort of a last little bit over here. You want some chocolate? There you go. I got some chocolate for you. There you go.
I didn't know that I didn't start that train first.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna head on over to the Trader Joe's, and then I'll and then I'll cut out over there. So, anyways, in the meantime, thank everybody. I want to thank all of you guys for joining me here on the stream. I'm sorry that there wasn't as many people that I was able to talk to today. But buy some hot sauce. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching me on the stream. And next time, I'll go ahead and watch that. I'll try to catch that F car. And I'll head on all the way over to Pier 39, I guess. I'm coming up to the Bay Area this weekend. What are you doing, Joe Billings, in the Bay Area? Yeah. Sorry again to everybody who, for not talking to as many people. Again, if anybody wants to join me on stream, you're more than welcome to hit me up. It typically starts around 6-ish. And I'm probably going to be starting around here in the Bay, in the downtown area. So if you guys are going to be here in 2 days, let me know. I'm a longshoreman. Oh, okay. Dude, I thought you would be over in like Oakland, right? Isn't most of the shipping done over in Oakland? Bye, Lee. I hope Carlos changes his mind. Yeah, I hope that too. It's worrying, yeah. I guess you could lead a horse to water, you know what I mean? I've tried my best to help him out, but I don't think he really wants me to help him right now. All right, good night, Brenda. What's that? Good night to everybody inside the stream. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Julietta, Joe Billings, Aesthetic Funk, Brenda Barnes, Joe Smith. Stay downtown. Well, I'll start downtown, Joe Billings. yeah, thank everybody. Thank you all for watching. My condolences to you, Donna, about the passing of your husband. I'm sorry I couldn't give you very many good words. You know, I mean, basically the only thing that could help is time.
So when I give you my credit card, it's gonna charge my credit card.
But
or it's
anyhow,
just like
I was just
security
moving
that I pay when I
away
hit
from
the
this
store.
guy who's talking. But anyhow, thank you guys for being with me on the stream. Next stream, I'll be on the F car, I guess, going over to Pier 39. And again, if you want to watch this again, I guess wait until about 11, and it'll be made public. All right, I'll see you guys